Hello, everybody. I'm Dean Takahashi, lead writer for GamesBeat, AdventureBeat, and organizer of the GamesBeat events. I'm here again for the fourth time with Berkley Egenes, Chief Marketing Officer and Chief Growth Officer at Xsolla. Hello, Berkley. How are you doing?
Hey, Dean. It's good to see you again. As always, we're happy to be here and be on another GamesBeat episode today. We've been all over the world, traveling to different places and engaging with developers, and you've been there right there with us. And we appreciate GamesBeat support, particularly at the recent global tour down in Sao Paulo.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to do another episode here with you today. And yeah, we've been traveling around the world with Xsolla on our global tour, most recently at a dinner in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And it's nice to see all the places, where game people know Xsolla. It's just all around the world. And the company has emerged from these roots in payments and moved into so many new areas. And we're here to talk about Xsolla's latest product lineup today. So tell us about the Xsolla backend, Berkeley.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dean. Xsolla backend is something we've been working on for a while. And it comes out to of our acquisition and partnership with Accelerate XR last year, really building it upon the award-winning design to help developers of all sizes, mid-tiers, indies, to streamline the game development process. And it's not just on one platform, it's truly cross-platform to enable that cross-play opportunities with PC, mobile, console, and the web. The idea is to eliminate friction, eliminate cost, time of labor needed for separate builds as a game's going through that process. We hear from a lot of developers, they'll build for a web version. And then how do you get it to PC? How do you get to mobile? How do I get it to console? And I have to do another build, another build, and another build. Particularly when it's on an indie game or a mid-tier game, that can be a bit of a challenge, not only from time, but people, cost, infrastructure. But we're able to help you do that with a single build, enhancing that game functionality and player engagement, really looking at it, streamlining account management, efficient matchmaking, dynamic quest systems, and that robust cross-play opportunity. So when you launch your game, you can launch it on multiple platforms and allow players to pay the way they want and play on the platform they want. Just like Xsolla, normally from our services that we offer, there's no upfront fees. There's no cost for customizations. There's no cost for infrastructure. We only charge a 5% royalty, and that includes the backend hosting. That's the key point there as you go forward and with the game going forward. But it allows those developers to really focus on that creativity and the technicality by minimizing the complexities and what's required for that. Let us take on the hard stuff, and so that they can focus on creating this amazing creative experience and focus on those ongoing enhancements that go as they build out their roadmap. What's the next release notes that they're going to have? What's the next version that they're going to have for the game, so they can really focus on that long-term vision for the game that they truly love and want to bring to the world.
Mhm. Yeah, this sounds like a lot of heavy lifting you guys are doing here. You can't just sort of snap your fingers and make this happen. It's like a lot of investment.
Absolutely. And it's something we're really excited about, and it's a need and it's a challenge. That's what we always searching for. And we talk to developers around the world. What are the challenges they're facing? And it's really this opportunity to go cross platform easily, more efficient versus doing it individually. Like, how do I port my game to mobile? How do I get it over to the web if it's a PC version? We hear a lot of those challenges over and over, and this is the solution we're really excited about. We have full demos and everything ready to go to share with people at Gamescom in Cologne, Germany here in August. We're working with partners now and getting them onboarded with that. We have a couple of great success stories to share and tell that story where we've really been able to make an impact.
And I know you've gone into the Japanese market recently, and
Mm-hmm.
we're going to do a dinner in September at
Exactly.
Tokyo Game Show, right? So I'd like to hear more about the Xsolla's payment expansion in Asia. Yes.
Sure. And we're always looking at key markets around the world where developers, again, want us to be where they need help and support. Earlier in the year, we launched 5 new payment partners. So we're able to accept those payments in sub-Saharan Africa. Now we're coming back to Japan. in Asia. I'm looking at the Southeast Asia, Pacific markets, and the specific other places as well. And then specifically areas like the Philippines, Singapore, Hong Kong, Pakistan, other places that we can help enable players from around the world to pay for the games they the way they want to in their preferred method of payment. That makes it easier for developers. So we're looking at, Maya, Pay Now, WeChat Pay Hong Kong, Jazz Cash, Easy Paysia. And that our aim to reach over 76 million gamers around the world. And that provides those opportunities for developers for improved conversion rates, less friction from a checkout perspective, and a faster enjoyment for get those players in. They want to buy the in-game items. They want to pay for the games, be able to go pay and play how they want, and do that in a local market. And eliminates a step, eliminates the friction. And particularly in these markets where we're seeing vibrant, youthful players coming on board in their late teens, going into a high mobile use cases, and there's really that opportunity. You do so much on their mobile phone in Southeast Asia, in different geos all across Asia, to be able to make that easier, more simple for the players to pay using that option and using it on their mobile devices. And it's a substantial opportunity for our developer partners, whether you're a game in Cyprus, you can be a game in South Africa, you can be a game in Montreal, to be able to enter those markets more easily, more effectively, and let us take that load on for them, and that opportunity to enable connectivity, again, less friction, opportunities there as well, so that they can grow their game into those specific markets.
I like those names, like Jazz Cash and Easy Paysia.
Right. They have fun names over there, and it's attractive. It's attractive for the users, as they're not only using it to make game purchases, but their daily purchases they make in their life. Something they're familiar with, they're confident with, they feel secure and safe. So that we enable that opportunity for those developers to provide that additional option for the players, because players want to move quick. They love a game, they see something, they see an offer, they want to move quick, and to be able to use it in the payment method of choice versus having to go open up go to their credit card that they normally don't use all the time, or use another partner, another payment method that they're not used to, and they have to track that. But keep it all simple and all in one place for them.
It's interesting that there's always more gamers in the world that you guys need to reach.
Mm.
Yeah.
Constantly growing, particularly as we're seeing people, age and come up for younger audiences and become more mature, and there's more opportunities. It's more games. It's not just one or two. It's 3, 4, 5 games that everybody's playing. So we want to make that dream possible.
Okay. And then tell us about Xsolla Instant Solutions as well. It sounds like we're getting into some very serious technologies here.
For sure. One of the aims too is speed to market, that we're always hearing from developers. It takes a long time. It takes years to get the game, get it designed, get it creative done and taken care of. Now, how do we launch it? How do I start making sales through a game sales solution online? How do I bring that to the cloud? We're always looking for quick access to new revenue streams for the developers, because that's the challenge that they want to face. As soon as they have it, they want to make money. How to make that opportunity happen. So we create these tools that allow them to launch their games directly to the consumers within hours versus weeks, months, into that conversation, by simplifying the integration process. We enable those developers to open up new revenue channels and boost the monetization. And the biggest thing is it reduces that time to market. They can attract new paying audiences, what we just talked about in Asia, be able to enable that faster with an instant launcher, with the over instant cloud and instant web shop. Similar to what we launched with instant web shop in March of 2024. The key message here is all you need a link to your game, to the platform, grab that information, put that together, put it up online, and we have the tools and to be able to help you do that simply, quickly, in the matter of hours is the key. So you could do something in 24 hours and be able to go beta test, A/B test with your users quickly from a direct to consumer perspective, and enable that faster from revenue, from idea to revenue for the games.
Interesting. You throw in the word instant around a lot there. I guess gamers are getting pretty demanding.
Yes. They hear about something and they want it now. You hear big game studios having delays and things like that going on. It sends a grumble. People getting, they want their game, they want their opportunity, particularly on the casual mobile game segment, they want the new game quickly. They hear about it, they want it. So if we can enable developers to be able to have that opportunity, then the game developer and the player at the end of the day are going to win and have a good time.
And then tell us about the Xsolla mobile SDK as well.
Yeah, this is something we've been looking for. There's a lot of dynamics, lots of changing, lots of compliance that is going on in the mobile space. We've been talking about it for the last couple of years within the industry and ourselves as well. But this is designed to streamline in-app payments and support for out-of-store alternative distribution for iOS and Android platforms. Enables you to expand payment options, go direct to your consumer, and enhance overall revenue potential. We support the compliance with legislative changes, including Digital Markets Act, DMA, in Europe. It's been all the topics of conversation. We'll have tons more conversation at Gamescom coming up in August that we're excited about to have with folks. But it offers that streamless in-store and out-of-store transactions. When you talk about in-app payments, we refer to transactions made within the app, typically within that app store's payment system, and allowing those purchases directly within the application. But on the other hand, out-of-store payments enable developers to accept those payments outside the traditional app stores by providing more flexibility, reducing commission costs associated with those transactions. It allows these developers to create the systems and alternative payments, broadening the distribution, giving you more opportunities. Launch your game in the App Store, and then have other opportunities where you can monetize, grow, engage with your user base within compliance of all the rules from the app store's terms of service, and to be able to move forward and be more efficient, reach out to your ecosystem, engage with your players from a direct consumer perspective, offer these bundles, offer these opportunities to go do it. And again, giving players the option of where they want to go purchase the game, where they want to find the game. Do they want to go to your website and download the game and be able to play it? Sure. And this enables that opportunity. And then there's still a fee that would be offered to the platforms to be able to enable that to happen. But we empower them to develop, navigate that ecosystem, navigate the constantly evolving digital rules and compliance and regulatory landscape efficiently, effectively, quickly, as we talk about, reduce those costs, increase your profitability from a game perspective, and provide that, comprehensive payment solutions that your players want to have the easier opportunity to go into it. And we have several developers that we're working with from games like Crossout, Modern Warships, Fantasy Tales, Sword Magic, double checking my list here, and Squad Blast already working with us with the Xsolla SDK to monetize their games and to provide that opportunity to other players around the world. And then the developers, make it easy for them. Take the instant access that we talk about from the previous solutions, but provide that alternative options, new ways of distributing your game, new ways of marketing your game, new ways of growing your profitability for your mobile game. It's a tough market out there from that perspective. There's so many games that come out, but rising above the clutter, getting your game promoted, being able to take that into control and provide these the options. And that's one of the things that we love to hear, love to engage with our partners, is give them options and give them control of how they're going to go market their game and then make money at the end of the day.
Very interesting. This has sort of been a long time coming. People have been talking about getting alternatives to the main platforms for years now, and you guys are finally executing on some of these things that both regulation and I guess market demand have really
for sure
been calling for.
Yeah, regulatory compliance is a big challenge. You hear everything going on, and you wake up in the morning, there'll be a new rule, new situation in a new country, and being able to be in front of that. We have a team around the world just literally working on that day in and day out to help our developers. We get questions all the time that pops up. Those, somebody gets a Google alert as an example, and it's like, hey, I saw this, and this is impacting us in South Korea. What's the situation in Japan? Because we were talking about Asia payment methods earlier, or Eastern Europe and Poland as an example, in different countries. That things will come up and they'll have questions that arise, and we're able to answer those and help them facilitate and navigate that process very efficiently, very cleanly, in making sure they are in 100% compliance as they go forward to market their games.
Yeah, nice to see the result is better financials for game developers and better prices for consumers.
100%, 100%. And
Awesome.
it all comes together. That's our vision. You know, we've always believed in humbly helping game developers to be successful, to help monetize, launch, sell, and even get funding for their games as we go forward. But at the end of the day, the team that wins is the player. And if we can provide that access and that equal opportunity for everyone around the world to play the game where they want to play, on what platform of choice, and to pay how they want across platform, then the player wins too.
But yeah, I like also how this is accessible to
Yes.
every game developer out there, and it's not just the big game companies that get to cut a special deal.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. It's something, it's in our mission of providing equal access to everyone, and something we believe in. We believed in it for nearly 20 years, as we'll celebrate that anniversary next year. It's something we've seen. You'll see it in our communications, in our booths, and we're really happy to be telling that story, improving it day in and day out, working with the thousands of game developers around the world.
Well, very good. Any other thing you want to say in closing, Bert?
Oh, we're looking forward to seeing everybody at Gamescom. Dean will obviously see you there. But then, as you mentioned, as well as part of the VentureBeat GamesBeat tour with Xsolla, we'll be there in Tokyo in September for the Tokyo Game Show. Bring some cool clothing. It was hot last year when we were there in September. Love the environment. It's gonna be an incredible show, and we look forward to seeing everybody.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Dean. Appreciate it.